Prime Minister Modi meets BRICS foreign ministers as Minister S. Jaishankar stresses dialogue, diplomacy and global stability. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma flags off new fleet of 95 police vehicles to strengthen Meghalaya police operations. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma praises Meghalaya police for maintaining peace during Lapangap tensions. And Health Minister Wailat Mikishala expresses concern over NEET UG postponement, urges Centre to restore confidence among aspirants. To begin our news bulletin, here are the local news. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today flagged off a new fleet of police vehicles at the Police Officers' Mess in Shillong to strengthen the operational capabilities of the Meghalaya Police. Director General of Police Ida Shisha Nongrang and senior officials were present at the program. A total of 95 vehicles worth nearly 30 crore rupees have been procured, including Maruti Jimny vehicles, troop carriers, mini trucks and Tata Yodha vehicles for the CID. Of these, 79 vehicles were funded under the Central Assistance to State Police Scheme of the Government of India.
To maintaining law and order and to ensure that investment in the police force and the overall improvement of the police department has been one of the utmost priority of our government. We are today again to further augment the facilities and the transportation which is very much required at the grassroots level to our forces. Again, a reflection of the commitment that this government has towards ensuring that we are able to improve the overall law and order situation at the grassroots level.
Director General of Police Ida Shisha Nongrang today said the Meghalaya Police is monitoring not only the movement of police personnel but also issues related to cybercrime, law and order and other security concerns. Speaking to reporters, the DGP addressed the concerns raised by villagers of Lapangap in West Jantia Hills and said additional police personnel have been deployed in the area following demands for greater support, while 2 platoons are already stationed there. Further action will depend on the evolving situation on the ground, she added.
The majority of Lapangap village turned out en masse yesterday. So it is a very genuine problem for them. They have been saying that while the Assam side is not stopping the cultivation, but what is happening is they do go for the cultivation, and the evenings there, whatever they planted is uprooted during the night. So that was a problem which they are really facing, and then they are saying that we haven't had much of support from us. We've been trying our best. So yesterday the decision that was taken both by the Deputy Chief Minister, which was seconded by us, that we would send in, because of the villagers of Lapangap in the initial period when the problem first flared up, we had sent in our SF, what we call the SF-10, right? So they wanted another presence of SSN there. They had gone today, and should be reaching there by now because they had left earlier this morning. A platoon at the moment, and then we'll see, depending on the situation, we will see whether we need to put in more people or not. Because additionally, day before yesterday, we had already sent 2 platoons of Meghalaya battalion people to Lucknow.
Meanwhile, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma has praised the Meghalaya police for their professionalism and restraint in handling sensitive situations, including the recent tension in Lapangap in West Jantia Hills. He said the force played a crucial role in maintaining peace and stability while the government continued discussions with Assam on the interstate boundary issue. The Chief Minister congratulated Director General of Police Idashisha Nongrang and the police force for their dedication and assured continued government support for strengthening law enforcement and public safety across the state.
Some of the concerned farmers had come to Shillong, to Secretariat, to address their concerns. The police force was present. At the same time, our Honorable Deputy CM had met them, and together we were able to find a solution where we are able to now discuss with our counterparts across the state border and find a positive way and a solution and a way forward to find a possible solution to this problem that we are facing. And SF-10 forces will be placed in this location, which will give confidence to our people. At the same time, Honorable Deputy CM and myself will be taking up the matter with the Assam government. And now that the new government has been formed in Assam, we will continue our talks to find a solution for the other locations also.
The Meghalaya Pradesh Congress Committee has officially announced former Shillong MP and MPCC President Vincent H. Pala as the party's candidate for the upcoming Shillong parliamentary by-election. The announcement was made during a party meeting attended by senior Congress leaders and workers who expressed confidence in Pala's leadership and experience. Party leaders said the Congress is fully prepared for the upcoming by-election, which is expected to witness strong competition among major political parties in Meghalaya.
Unanimously, I think there was a resolution that I should contest the elections. So I'm very happy to see that most of the district presidents and the block presidents had entrusted their faith on me. I have to fight, and I told them the election is not on me alone, it's also depend on the party workers at the ground. They should go to the village and then rather, if possible, visit door to door so that we can fight. It's final, there's no question of more or less, it's final. Only announcement have to be made by Delhi. If they are happy with me, they'll make it. If they are not happy, then maybe they'll ask another name. But more or less, not more or less, it's final. And I request all people to support me as usual.
Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma has strongly condemned the recent violence in Manipur, including the attack of church leaders and the loss of lives. He said violence in any form is completely unacceptable and urged both the state government and the people of Manipur to work together to restore peace and normalcy in the state. The Chief Minister stressed that without peace, it would not be possible to bring back stability and normalcy in the region.
Support like vehicles and also different ammunition and any kind of violence is something that from our party side is completely unacceptable, and the way it was done and the way the church leaders were attacked and the loss of lives that was there is something that we have highly condemned as a party, and we urge the state government as well as the people of Manipur that we need to ensure that violence must stop and we must continue to work together as a society to work towards bringing back peace in the state of Manipur. And if we do not have peace, we will not be able to move towards bringing back normalcy in the state.
Meghalaya Health and Family Welfare Minister Wailat Miki Shilla has expressed concern over the postponement of the NEET UG examination by the National Testing Agency, saying the development has affected students across the country, including many from Meghalaya. The minister said the situation was unfortunate and disappointing for students who had been preparing extensively for the examination. Shilla called on the central government to take necessary steps to restore confidence and hope among aspiring medical students.
So disheartening. I think it is totally unfortunate because I think quite a number of our youth who have given their time and efforts. So now again they have to do. So I think it's very unfortunate. But what could I say more, because this is being done from the NTA. But I would like to see that I think strong action should be taken and the culprit should be punished. And at the same time we would like to see that the central government should come up with I think it need to come up with something to assure the student or the youth of our country.
Police at Umkyang in East Jantia Hills intercepted a suspicious Hyundai Eon early on May 13 and recovered 30,000 explosive detonators concealed in cartoon boxes and gunny bag. The vehicle heading towards Silchar was stopped during Naka checking at R Kilo Umkyang village. 2 persons from Kachar district of Assam were arrested in connection with the illegal transportation of explosive. A case has been registered at Lomshnong police station and investigation is underway. Four persons were admitted to Civil Hospital Nongstoin after allegedly falling seriously ill from consuming wild vegetables while working in a forested area at Maulan near Langpi in West Khasi Hills district. The victims reportedly cooked and ate 3 varieties of wild vegetables during a work break after taking shelter from the rain. Soon after the meal, they experienced severe symptoms including stomach pain, vomiting, headaches and swelling across their bodies, leaving them unable to walk. The affected individuals have been identified as Shining Star Sokshang, Alphas Nongkse, Albert Linkoy and Prangrin Ton. They are currently undergoing treatment at Civil Hospital Nongstoin. Laban Mauprem MDC Ricky Shulai yesterday met Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma to urge the government to officially recognize and honor the death anniversary of Reverend J.J.M. Nichols Roy, widely regarded as the architect of the 6th schedule. The MDC proposes that 1st November, the death anniversary of Reverend Nichols Roy, be declared a state holiday in recognition of his contribution towards safeguarding the rights and interests of indigenous tribal communities through the 6th schedule.
Jingsko hanga bangadiban initiate ya kane khanang ba borok koi ka jela ga jogi bar kumju hi kar India hi kentip ba joy udai wei JJM Nichols Roy udai wei brio bala architect ya kane ka six schedule ka ba protect yang i hadu mentah kasngi mentah ngi di ban sedang ban pen kemau biang ya borok koi kari ba joy udai wei nakiru sampang bala wanra ya kata kalat kelenti banyada hadu mentah kasngi dengan kwa baka sorkar bat kibriu jong ka jela kin buram bat ngin ya kemau buram bat ngila banda kasngi syuti jong un la ban bu ki program bat ki awareness ki program ki babun khnang ba kapateng pengeluan kadang tip khnang kapateng kenuan kadang scam kemau Kakamram yung bajoy bo onra ekane di ban yadai ki hill people but hat ko por la onra ka jing yada ka kongsan e gade namanta ka yadai ka lan kumba pili I menta ki jing mi ki huriura halor ka kundo ka siap ya ka treat but ya ka riti ke dustut kadi ka kongsan haru ka tata bangi don kam ban pen kesan ban pen kemau ban pen scam ya ka ka ba I bajoy la le.
Sancretive College organized a 2-day national symposium on application of plasma physics in sustainable waste management and conservation in collaboration with the Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board. The program was jointly organized by the Departments of Physics, Botany, Environmental Science and the IQAC of the college. The symposium brought together academicians, researchers, environmental experts and students to discuss innovative scientific approaches for environmental sustainability and conservation.
There is a plasma physics which can able to address the hazardous waste. So really it is important topic, and moreover it is need of hour, and to create an awareness for all the other local bodies and all who can adopt this technology. And I think this topic and by the outcome of the symposium will be going to be very good, and this technology can be adopted in the state of Meghalaya. Now the population is increased as compared to past few years, past decades. In the Meghalaya itself, more than 30 lakh people are there, and also proportionately that waste generation also been increased. And those generative waste and all going, if you are not treating it properly, it will pose many problems to the soil environment as well as soil and the water quality and all.
The Social Welfare Department under the Meghalaya government's DREAM mission in collaboration with Bosco Integrated Development Society organized a drug reduction and elimination awareness program at Kandai Lad in Shillong today. Students from William Carey University also participated in the campaign aimed at spreading awareness on the harmful effects of substance abuse and available rehabilitation support. Participants carried placards and interacted with the public to promote healthy living and support the vision of a drug-free Meghalaya.
All the lists of the rehab center in Meghalaya, along with the contact number, are there. Let me grab my phone. Rehab center are here, along with the contact number. You can call any of them. They will help you at the right time. Yes. Stand for hope, stand for life. Thank you.
Today's activity is organized in collaboration with DREAM mission, a mission of the government of Meghalaya, and my organization, which is Bosco Integrated Development Society, and the students from William Carey University. And as you know, that drug is spreading like anything. So we want to tell people that addiction is a disease and which can be treated. And let's not have stigma against addict, but let us come forward and help them. And we are here to tell people that there is a lot of rehab, in total 14 rehab centers opened by the government of Meghalaya, which can actually provide treatment to the people. And the good thing is that the government is providing free treatment to the poor. So many people are not aware of this. Therefore, we have gathered here to do some short dramas, short skit, as well as distribution of pamphlets and giving awareness to people about the services provided by the government and other NGOs.
The Umsning Patarim Youth Organization organized a community welfare program to distribute gifts, aid materials and token of appreciation to elderly citizens, youth, specially able persons and children. The initiative followed earlier awareness programs conducted for school students and local residents. The event was attended by prominent personalities including Ransom Sutanga, Ribhoi District Social Welfare Officer N.F. Sun, officials, students and members of the local community. The program concluded with the distribution of gifts and awards to beneficiaries.
Let me
Moving on to regional news. The Zomi Students Federation and Kuki Students Organization have strongly condemned the killing of church leaders in Manipur's Kangpokpi district, describing the attack as inhuman and deeply disturbing. According to reports, 3 leaders of the Thadao Baptist Association were killed and several others injured after unidentified armed assailants ambushed 2 vehicles in Gangpokpi on May 13. The incident triggered widespread outrage, shutdowns and mourning across Kuki Zoo inhabited areas. Coming up is the national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today met foreign ministers attending the BRICS foreign ministers meeting in New Delhi. Addressing the meeting earlier, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar said peace and security remain central to the global order and stressed the importance of dialogue and diplomacy amid ongoing global conflicts and economic uncertainties. The meeting is being held under the theme Building for Resilience, Innovation, Cooperation and Sustainability, inspired by Prime Minister Modi's people-centric vision for BRICS.
We have organized over 80 BRICS meetings with active participation from all members. These engagements have strengthened cooperation and advanced dialogue across sectors. We look forward to building on this momentum. Promoting a more inclusive and collaborative BRICS framework, we as Chair have been engaging partner countries as well. We have also taken forward discussions on institutional development, including integration of new members through a stock taking and updatation of existing mechanisms. It is essential for the smooth advancement of BRICS that later members fully appreciate and subscribe to the BRICS consensus on various important issues. Excellencies, we meet at a time of considerable flux in international relations. Ongoing conflicts, economic uncertainties, and challenges in trade and technology and climate are shaping the global landscape.
Next, we have for you an international news. Chinese President Xi Jinping today held talks with visiting US President Donald Trump at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing, with both leaders discussing bilateral ties and major global issues. During the meeting, Xi stressed the need for a constructive China-US relationship based on strategic stability, cooperation, and manageable differences. President Trump expressed willingness to work closely with Xi to strengthen communication, manage differences, and improve bilateral relations. The two leaders also exchanged views on the Middle East, the Ukraine crisis, and the Korean Peninsula, and agreed to support each other in hosting this year's APEC and G20 summits. And finally, the sports news. The Meghalaya government yesterday held an interaction with athletes, coaches and State Sports Association at the State Convention Centre in Shillong as part of preparation for hosting the 39 National Games in 2027. The meeting was chaired by Sports and Youth Affairs Minister Wailat Miki Shella and focused on athlete welfare, training facilities, nutrition and competition exposure. The program also highlighted that over 50,000 athletes have been scouted across the state since June 2025.
This year's annual budget of sports is 844 crores. 844 crores, which means now we have money to really bring that infrastructure, the support, especially now we have to, we cannot just give you simple training. It should be data driven. It should be supported with science and other things. Presentation that we are going to release the next phase, the second phase of 23.37 crores, which include here for the accommodation, for diet and nutrition and competition exposure, will be given to the again to the association to make sure that our athlete should get good diet, good place to stay, and also should get an opportunity for exposure.
Yo kan izin kelima, kadang-kadang misalnya di Propok compare, bang ade kalau boleh, kumi dia kalau boleh, bang praktis bang kamaran kalau dia bang kamaran bukan bang praktis, teknologi in expect menginlah beliau yang kita kenal. Orang ibu apa beliau yang kenal, ibu apa Tristan, Henry Banon Pak, yang kata kamaran Pak dari protes manusia jemlan tentang katai dari sponsor Pak Pak balapin air juga.
5 young athletes from Meghalaya, including a 13-year-old participant, will represent the state at the National Kudo Championship to be held in Pune, Maharashtra from May 16 to 24. The contingent comprises 4 boys and 1 girl, along with officials from the Kudo Association of Meghalaya. The participation marks a significant achievement for the martial art in the state, as the Kudo Association of Meghalaya was formed only a year ago.
Kajingwan jungi huni kadai namanta baik kini kicina kibani simenta haganika World National Kudo Championship kembat salong hapo Pune Maharashtra dang menta sisnam tam kadang don hangni ajala kadang ai kiru baki ong ba kin ayaka recognition kajing itu awat kadai ka sports ka ba la recognize ha India kadai ka sports ka ba itu daka sorpat daka Ministry and Youth Affairs kublai itu daka sai kublai itu lot mo de hangni po apo jala jungi long kanang kham sim jing ban kan itu ya kaneka asisten kejungi nomor bakadang day kabatmai hoy nga sutu kata tengah kerpa hiru nakaliang jungi mo ngikwa hiba nakaliang kamus bat ka directory of sport kan company itu no hamkloy yangi.
The weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature was 21 degrees Celsius. Maximum temperature was recorded at 27 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity was 73%. Rainfall was recorded at 1.2 millimeters. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature was 16 degrees Celsius. Maximum temperature was 23 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity was 81% and rainfall was recorded at 7.5 millimeters. Meanwhile, in July, minimum temperature was 16 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 22 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity was 81% and rainfall was recorded at 6.7 millimeters. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Juai says heavy rain with thunderstorm likely at many places. Before we wrap up, here are the headlines once again. Prime Minister Modi meets BRICS foreign ministers as Minister S. Jaishankar strengthens dialogue, diplomacy and global stability. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma flags off new fleet of 95 police vehicles to strengthen Meghalaya police operations. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma praises Meghalaya police for maintaining peace during Lapangap tensions. And Health Minister Wailatmiki Shalla expresses concern over NEET UG postponement, urges Centre to restore confidence among aspirants. Well, viewers, that is all we have for you from our newsroom this evening. We will be back tomorrow at the same time with new updates. Till then, have a good night.
Through bilateral and multilateral engagements. Gathering today for the BRICS meeting is, however, a special occasion. It allows us to exchange perspectives and encourages us to develop convergences. And in this complicated and uncertain world,